Hey y'all, Billy Thomas here, and in today's video, we're going to take a look at doing group bys and aggregates in SQL Server. And let's get to work. The best way for me to explain group by and aggregates is for me to give you a real world example. So the example that I'm going to give you goes something like this. I want you to come back with the top 5 customers in our sales order history that are for online orders only. So I want to see who the top 5 customers are. I want to know the amounts, and I want it to be for our customers. Now, I'm actually using the AdventureWorks database for this example. I will put a link in the comments below so that you can have a video for where to get that, how to get that restored and installed into your SQL database. But I want you to be able to use sample data that I'm using so you can do the exact same example. The way we're going to get started with the group by is we're going to do a new view. And you can do all of this typing out SQL, but why? When we have SSMS, which will do a lot of the typing for us. The table you're going to want is, if I hit an S, it'll drop me down here to sales orders, and I want sales order header. And that will, by double clicking it, it'll put it right into the pane here. And then we can start looking at the key fields that we want to be able to do this by. One of the fields we said we want to know customers. So we're going to have to find something to do with a customer. So there's a customer ID. And if we click on that, there we go. Finally got the clicker to work. I get my customer ID in there. I also said that I want to know the online order only. So I'm going to get the online order flag. And then I need an amount. There's a field in here called total amount or total due, and I'm going to use that. So if I just execute this, let's look at what we have. We have 31,465 rows of data. And right now, if we look at it, we have online order flag. We've got some falses. And if we drag through here, we'll see you have some trues as well. We only want online order numbers for this example that we were asked to get. So to do that, we just come over here and we're going to filter for online order flag. Boom. Okay. Now when I run it, I'm down to 27,000 and some change. Very good. Now, how do I get this to scrunch together? Here's all my customers. Here's my online order flag. Here's my totals for the customers. Let's do one thing. Let's just sort this by customer and run it so we can see that customers have multiple records. Customer ID 11,000 has 1, 2, 3 different orders and I don't know, about 9,000 in order dollars. So how do we get this to crunch together and give us a total? That's our group by aggregate. So watch this. Inside of SSMS, if I go up here and hit group by right here, now it says, okay, I'm grouping. And if I just try to hit execute right now, it's not happy because I haven't really told it what I want it to do. Just grouping it's not going to get the job done. I've got to say I want it grouped and I want to know the sum of the total due. So if I hit sum here, we'll try to run it again. Now, I'm never upset when I see these errors when I'm doing a teaching video because you're going to get them, and it's just as well that you see this. If we pay attention to what the error says, it's saying that we're missing the online order flag group by. So there's a couple of ways you can do that. You can either add it in up here again and then tell it to group by. But what I do is I just come down here and you see where it says group by. I'm just going to put it in there because it's saying it's missing. Well, of course it's missing. I'm going to hit online order flag. And now it says group by customer ID and online order flag and run it. And that's one of the key things you need to know about aggregates and grouping. Whatever you have listed in your columns, they have to be, minus the aggregate fields, they have to be listed in the group by. Now we're down to 18,000 records that are online orders. And as you can see, it has added up this amount. One thing that SQL does is it proposes an alias. It's always expression1 to start with, but you need to give this its real name. So this is going to be total, and I'm just going to do total underscore sales and run it again. And now I can see it's changed the field to total sales. Well, what if I wanted to know, along with the total sales, how many orders? Remember, I think it was 3. There was 3 or 4 orders in this customer ID 11,000. So if I come in here and I put in count star, right, and I'll give it an alias of order, let's call it order count. And just to be consistent, we'll do order underscore count, and we'll run that. And now we can see that customer ID 11,000 had 3 orders that were online orders only, and at a total sales of 9,115 and some change. We're getting there. Now the request was, what are the top 5? Couple of ways we can do this. One is to just sort the total sales descending. So let's do that. Go over here and say total sales and go descending and run that. And now we can visually see, hold on, what happened here? I said total due descending. Okay, it just so happens that the one we picked has got the biggest one. I was a little thrown off by that, but the total for customer ID 11,000 was at the top of the list. Now, what if I just want to see, instead of all 18,000, just the top 5? Well, if you go down in your SQL and take out top 100% and just replace that with top 5 and run it, now we have the top 5 customers in our database, the amounts of those customers have spent, and we have filtered it for only online orders only. Now, the last part that I want you to get from a group by aggregate is what happens after we have our totals and everything, and we want to filter it some more, right? So after we've done all of our initial filtering, now that we've got a group by, we want to do an additional filter. So let's say we wanted to see only things that were greater than 8,000 in sales. Now I can go to this total sum and I want to say greater than 8,000 and run that. And it eliminated 1 row. Now I want you to look at the syntax here because it's very important. There's a difference between a where and a having clause in an aggregate. The where will apply a filter before it does the group by, and the having clause will apply a filter after the group by is already done. Then it'll take the information that's already been compiled and put together and then filter based on that. And that is really it for your group by aggregates. Hey, I hope this video has been helpful to you. If it is, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and have yourself a great day.